Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. I'm over here joined with Beach Whale.
What up, my little colony?
Now, Beach Whale, I know how much you love video games as much as I do. For the most part, we could say our viewers feel the same way, or more. Now, for me, I personally think it's crazy to think that video games can compete with high-budget Hollywood films these days. Now, personally for me, I play video games because not only is it fun, but highly addictive.
Oh, absolutely. Video games are the best in the whole world. Nothing can even come close to it. Not even TV shows or books. Not saying they're not bad, it just can't compete with these kind of experiences. They make some of the best stories in the world. Oh, and the characters take you on a journey that make you feel for these kind of emotions. Make you feel for them. I can name you some of them right now. Or I can go to a random stranger and they can make a few top of their heads. Hell, everyone practically knows Mario or played any Mario games at one point in time.
Hell, one of my favorite games are actually Super Mario Bros. 3 and Luigi's Mansion. I think it's just about trying to find a game that suits you. Mario games opened the door for me to being a gamer, and playing games like Crash and Star Wars up until now. I continue to play these games because it brings me joy, man. Joy to play these stories, and it's just crazy to think just how far video games have come from story to gameplay. I just like to play a game to help relieve some stress from work. It just helps me relax. It's fun to play, and there's just a bunch of different genres because you can get bored playing the same thing over and over. Even though there are some people who just play the same sport games or just purely Call of Duty. I mean, that's fine, but I just can't be playing one genre for a long time.
No, I get you. Playing the same game can be tiring at some point, even coming from work. All beat up and feeling stressed out, feeling like nothing can fix what you're feeling at that moment. Then all of a sudden, you get a call from one of your boys to go online right now and put some of the best gaming skills on the planet so you know shit got real quick. Playing Call of Duty or any other game where you friends can play is the best feeling in the world. Even if you're playing an online game, losing or winning, whatever you feel that day of work on, just like that. Just enjoying gaming in general.
Dude, I feel that. Playing with a buddy or a full group of friends really makes a difference. Just like that, your whole day is gone. It'll be 7 p.m., then suddenly 5 a.m. in the morning. And it'll only feel like you played 5 matches in total. It's like another part-time job, except one that you actually like. You know, you enjoy it instead of working in a warehouse or working in a customer service industry. I honestly want to know how many hours I have in The Last of Us, multiplayer alone. Even if you lose a game because of a friend and yell over each other in the mic, you'll be playing with them again the next day. It's honestly another good way to make new friends that live nowhere near you. Hell, dude, I remember when Beach Whale over here first got his PlayStation 3 and Modern Warfare 2. You played that game for 2 years straight.
Man, that brings back a lot of good memories and some bad too. But good though. The worst part, all I ever wanted to do is play that damn game. My old man would get a heart attack every time I turn on my PS3. Oh, and don't get me started on my homework. I'm one of those guys who turn it on the following day even when my teacher asked for it. I just do it there on the spot. Luckily for me, I never got caught. When my grades finally fell from the heavens all the way down to the deepest, darkest parts of the ocean. You don't want to know what happens there when I showed my report cards to my whole boat. But like I said, most good and bad. Still love every moment of it. Well, at least the gaming part. So anyways, gaming will and forever rock my world. Never going to leave me anytime soon. Or when I'm an old bag myself. How about you, boy? Will you game even if you're like 60 years old? Or when do you plan on stopping in general?
You know, I don't think I'll actually stop gaming. However, I do think I will play less of it in the future. Just look, if we find a different career path that we actually have to take time and learn, then you'll have to give something up. There just isn't enough time for that, especially if you find a career that doesn't involve games. Then you will definitely have to stop, or you might have to give up some of your friends in the process because you are moving on in life. That could be life changing. Although we don't know what lies ahead, maybe there will be a time where we stop gaming. Like, what if you end up meeting a girl that wants to do other things other than playing games? And even more, if you end up having family with her. On top of that, a career? You just never know when it'll be the last time playing with some of your friends that you made online, or just move on. Just think about it. There were some people we talked to in the past that we no longer talk to now. I think it just depends on how you manage your time. If it's a single player game, then it should be a lot easier. But if it's an online game like League of Legends that you want to play with an old squad of friends, well, then it might be difficult because they might have moved on to, or they just have a different schedule than you. Man, you just You just never know. They could have a family too. But hey, you'll still have the memories, right? I'm just pretty sure down the road you would like to meet someone, and that person might be the one who changes your world. It might not even be her decision. It'll just be yours.
What? You're telling me you don't want to play the PS20 with me because of a so-called girl in a career is forcing you to stop? I thought you were my brother. I thought you actually loved gaming as much as I do. But I guess that's what you want. But if it was me, I'll try at least to get most of it. Even if my dream girl tells me to choose between gaming and her, guess what? She was never my dream girl after all. And the career is a little bit more understanding. I get it if you're looking more to expand your options, but I think you can still have room for gaming in your life because gaming is going to keep on getting bigger and better, and it's not slowing down anytime soon.
That's true. I think it's always important to have more options. You just never know, my man. Playing games is just the norm for us. Shit, I don't think there's ever been a month where I stopped playing. I'm 100% sure that I wouldn't have gotten things done if I haven't played these damn amazing games. There's just so goddamn many of them. And a good majority of them, I personally think are gems. Shit, I still got over 10 games to beat that I know are good, like Bloodborne, GTA 5, and Spider-Man. Especially if they are over 30 hours, like The Witcher and Persona. Like, that becomes your life, man, because I'm sure there are people out there who start the game, get 15 hours in an RPG, and stop halfway, then go back months later, do side missions, then play 2 more hours of the story, then stop again. Happens all the time when I play Fallout. It's just a bad habit, man. Shit, while talking about this right now makes me want to go back and finish them. But knowing me, I'm gonna get lazy again. I really want to finish The Witcher too. It's like you said, this shit isn't ending anytime soon. Like we saw the PS5 reveal, nearly all those games look sweet to me.
I know, right? The PS5 got some very cool looking games coming up. And not to mention the new Xbox around the corner, my wallet's not going to make it. I think I'm gonna have to go sell one of my kidneys or some other services around the block if you get my drift. Well, besides that, gaming is more than enough to make me happy. I can say for the most of us, it's the best time killer in the whole world. I can't remember all the games I invested so much in, but to tell you the truth, not all games are really good, or the right phrase I should be saying, not fun for me at least. Let me just read you some of the games off the top of my head. I don't like Battlefield 5, Destiny 2, Uncharted 4, or Gears of War 4, and the list goes on and on and on. I'm not the only one who think these games are good or not so good as the prequels, so that's just my little tiny opinion. Don't hurt me for this. I'm just saying not everyone's going to like the same games that you do, and that's okay. There are more games out there to have common ground with, so you got to hear some of the games that don't appeal to me. How about you, boy? Tell me about your list.
Alright, as you know, I have a list, but this is only what comes to mind. Batman Arkham Knight, WWE, Gears of War, Star Wars, Battlefield 4 and 5, Watch Dogs 2, Tomb Raider, and fucking Brink. Spent $60 goddamn on all these games. Wish I had it, but hey, if you think a game looks good, you'll pay full price on that shit. Only be disappointed like I was with Gears of War, one of my top favorite games back then. Just like Batman, but I didn't want to be in the goddamn Batmobile all the time. And Gears of War just didn't have the same spark it did with the first 3. And Battlefield 4, what the hell kind of story was that? I didn't even give 2 shits about the 2 characters you could choose to die. Had boring ass missions too. Unlike Call of Duty, where it writes better stories like Modern Warfare 1 and 2. Plus, launch on multiplayer was so bad I couldn't even play for the first month without being kicked or rubber banding everywhere. So damn annoying. To be honest, I don't even expect much with the WWE games. But it's the same thing, man. Can't even have a good story mode like SmackDown vs. Raw, or any fun like Here Comes the Pain or Shut Your Mouth. Now Watch Dogs 2 was just boring as hell. I don't remember jack shit. I mean, there's still great games out there. Like I was saying, there's gems like Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War, and Left 4 Dead. Absolutely love that game. I like Evolve. I know you hated it, Beaches, but I for one love the concept and the lore they had for it. I miss that game, man. Look, I'm pretty sure you have a game where people didn't love so much, but you like. I'm pretty sure you can name a few things.
Oh, absolutely. When we see a game that looks really great on the outside, of course we're going to buy it, like a kid in a candy shop. We see candy as sweet, but not all candies are like that. It'll be sour or some other different flavor. What I'm trying to say is just because a game looks good doesn't mean it'll turn out to be great. But just because it ain't great, to me, it could be for someone else. Not everyone's gonna like the same games that you are. So yes, there are a few games in my head, but I'm just going to name one. And it's one of the good ones for me at least. It's a little game called The Order 1886. Now hear me out. I believe this game has one of the best graphics on the PS4, in my opinion. A very good plot and its story very well told. It has compelling characters like the main protagonist, Sir Galahad, and other side characters like Nikola Tesla. There is more in this small game. Now, speaking of this small game, why I can't see someone not enjoying it? Well, for one thing, it's really short, and the gameplay is almost not present. Don't get me wrong, there is gameplay, just not enough of it. And you can easily beat the game under about 5 hours at max. Yes, it was overpriced when it first came out, but now I believe it's worth every penny. I could get it like, what, $20 or cheaper? Almost anywhere, really? Yes, it's not everyone's cup of tea. You're going to put your controller down most of the time. All it just comes down to if you enjoy the cinematic storytelling done really great or not. This is why we play games, for the story, the character, the visuals, and gameplay. Even if the visuals or graphics are not there, but the gameplay is there, and it can be the other way around, not every game is going to be perfect. It just comes down to you, the gamers. So with that being said, how about you guys? Have you guys played any games which many gamers dislike or love? Please let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, please be our honey in our pie and smudge that like button like the queens and kings that you are, and we'll see you guys in the next video.